Good morning, everyone. Welcome to SNOIP monthly webinar. Today, we are here to discuss topic of trademark registration process in Azerbaijan. And let me introduce myself firstly. I am Ekin Asanli, IP associate at SNOIP Azerbaijan. My main focus is trademark registration and enforcement in Azerbaijan. And if you have any questions during the webinar, you can ask your questions to my email shown in this page. Firstly, I want to briefly introduce our webinar agenda. We will start with trademark registration steps and then continue to the how to apply for registration of trademark in Azerbaijan. Later, we'll talk about procedures of application and summary and Q&A session at the end of the session. Firstly, we'll start with the overview, how important is trademark registration in Azerbaijan. As Azerbaijan locates in strategic location, a key crossroad between Europe and Asia, it will be a great opportunity to register their trademarks for entrepreneurs in behalf of the rising importance of the trademarks. Because as a result of this registrations, they will able to protect their brand identity and fostering trust against counterfeiting goods or fake goods within the customs or other issues. And global integration, Azerbaijan is growing economic ties with international markets. As you know, within last years, the increased number of the um, growing economic ties with different economic markets or international markets. That's why Azerbaijan have important role in this context. So this great opportunity for entrepreneurs to register their trademarks in Azerbaijan. In general, we will start with trademark registration steps. Mainly, we have 5 steps of registration trademark. We'll start with trademark search. Trademark search is to identify existing trademarks that may conflict with your proposed trademarks. Trademark search can be done by using online database and considering hiring a professional. And here you can use different databases. Azerbaijan has its own trademark database, open register under the Azerbaijan PTO COPAT. And also there is some international databases such as WIPO's International Open Trademark Database. Then European Union IPO has on trademark databases. US PTO has on trademark register system. That's why you can check them in order to find out whether your proposed trademark are taken or not. Choosing the right trademark, as you know, um, trademarks has own criteria to check it, and these criteria have to be fulfilled. For example, distinctiveness, or some else. If, for example, you cannot take the generic term for your trademark or such as. So within after you search your trademark, you have to also search for the legislation whether it is okay to choose this trademark or not. Identify correlate class. NIST classification is the international treaty where the classification of the trademarks within the services associated, and Azerbaijan also member of this classification. You have to choose which services you will serve after your trademark registered. For example, you can choose automobile or legal services, accounting services, such as you have to give these distinctions. Step 4, preparing and filling the application. Identify the appropriate trademark office which will you apply. In case of Azerbaijan, it is COPAT. And registration is the final decision given by the trademark register body. Key legal framework in Azerbaijan is Law on Trademark and Geographical Indications of Azerbaijan, in which we have criteria such as in Article 5, we have main criteria to distinct the trademarks is distinctiveness, non-descriptiveness, non-misleading, no offensive symbols, and no protected geographical indications. Uh, in order to register your trademark, you have to be fulfill these key criteria in the ground. Trademark registration process in Azerbaijan have four or five main steps. Firstly, you will start with submitting your application form to the uh, um, organization. Later, you will have formal examination, which will last within 1 month. Later, you will continue with substantive examination, which will be within the 6 months. Later, you will continue registration of your trademark in the databases and get your certificate issues, which both of them will be within the 1 month separate. And in Azerbaijan, registered trademarks has 10 years validity, but you can make it longer after this validity finish. Azerbaijan are member of the international conventions about the trademarks and other IP rights, of course. As we talked before, Azerbaijan is member of the NIS classification, later Paris Convention, and also Madrid Protocol. These three both of these three treaties are important in the field of the trademark registration and trademark protection based, and it gives the foreign entrepreneurs to give trust to Azerbaijan that as they are member of the international treaties, they will protect yours within the as an international level protection to your trademarks. And the question is how to apply for the registration of trademark in Azerbaijan. We have two ways of this. Firstly, you can directly do it via online or at office by collecting your relevant documents and apply for this, or you can do it via a patent attorney assigned by the COPAT again, and this is your choice. But we have to note this for foreign legal entities and individuals, according to the Article 9 of the Law on Trademarks and Geographical Indications. The foreign legal entities and individuals have to do this trademark registration process only via patent attorney. They cannot do it directly by themselves. They need help of patent attorney to do this application. And here you can see an example of the application form. We have different questions asked there. For example, name of the applicant, where are they from, where the official legal address of them, name of the trademark, description of the trademark, which level, which classification of the needs you want to register, and some priority issues here. You can see you can fill this form when you start your application. Later, we will continue with the examination part, which is the main part of the trademark registration. In Azerbaijan, we have two parts. We divided the examination part two parts, formal examination and substantive examination. And you can see it's from its name, formal examination is the preliminary examination of the application documents. As it's shown in its name, it's formal. You have to they checking whether all the documents is full, whether all the forms are full, or there is any further needs for the substantive examination. But in the substantive examinations, they do we talked before the key criteria according to the Article 5. They check these elements, whether they are fulfilled to be a trademark registered in Azerbaijan. For example, we again talk about distinctiveness and no offensive content, non-descriptiveness, and this kind of legal standards are checked in the substantive examination part by the COPAT. Also, in the substantive examination part, uh, this organization checks the prior conflicts, whether the existing registered marks and pending application there is or not. Here you can see the example of the certificates. We have the number of the trademarks within the certificate and the trademark registered, photo of the description of the trademark registered. Also, name of the who owns trademark. Then number of the application date, and duration. Here you can see. Before ending our webinar, I want to check my mail. As I said, you can ask me questions during the webinar. Let me check my email and let's see if there is some mails. Okay, we have several questions. Let's start with this one. Okay. Question is, hello, what is the fees for trademark registration in Azerbaijan? It's a nice question. Mainly, we don't have full payment. We divided the parts, and each part has its own payment. For example, when we are talking about the initial examination part, we have 60 manat, approximately 34 euros payment for initial examination part. It's a service fee. And the main examination part, we have 203 manat payment service fee, which is approximately 115 euros. Later, we have a fee for to get the certificate of registration, which is 45 manat, which is a state duty. Approximately, it makes the 26 euros. And one more fee, which is for renewal after 10-year closing. After 10 years, you have the renewal fee, which is the 143 manats, approximately 81 euros. And this is also service fee, not the state duty. Thank you for your question. Hope I can elaborate your question. Next question is well-known trademarks have special protection in Azerbaijan? It's also a nice question. As I mentioned before, Azerbaijan is member of the Paris Convention, and in Paris Convention there is Article 6 BIS about the protection of the well-known trademarks. And in the law of Azerbaijan on the trademark and geographical indication, Article 7, it indicated that whether if it is fulfills criteria stated in the Paris Convention, we count this as a well-known trademark. And what is the application process of the well-known trademark in Azerbaijan is it's basically simpler, much more simple than normal trademarks, as you can expect. They will just not pass all these steps. They only apply for the appellate board of the PTO, Azerbaijan PTO Papat, and this board gives the answer whether it is counted as the well-known trademark or not within the 1 month, and you can give some complaints if they reject this well-known trademark. Thank you for your attention. And for later concerns, I also open for your mails about trademark registration or any other IP issues. Thank you very much.